Hey guys, we're going to get into unit number 3 with this particular video today. It's a pretty short one. There's not a whole lot in chapter 6.1. So what I am going to do as well is include from the unit 2 review some of they call them the "Are you ready?" questions. And I've just got my little script over here so I don't forget anything. That's why I keep turning my head. The "Are you ready?" questions, there's a whole bunch from balancing equations to types of equations to predicting the products of different reactions. Some are word equations, some are skeleton equations, all that stuff that you kind of did a quiz on already that is really an essential part of chemistry going forward. Like I said, we need those skills in order to continue to do the next few things. So what we're going to look at today is kind of just the basics of what we're going to see over the next kind of 4 chapters. So it's the difference between qualitative and quantitative analysis, because it's essentially what we do in chemistry. Qualitative analysis is one that is done through observation. You did a qualitative analysis when you did your single displacement lab. So you put strips of or pieces of metals into various solutions, or metallic solutions, and you observed to see if there was a reaction, whether there was a color change or a new product or there was gas or a combination of those things, right? That was all just through observation that we could tell chemical reactions were taking place. Great example of qualitative analysis. The other things we can see in some of the ones you maybe did last year, acids and bases. You're trying to decide if something was an acid or a base, and maybe you put another substance into it. A lot of times it's a clear liquid and you look for a color change. So for example, when you drop an indicator, which a lot of these are called phenolphthalein, into a base, it's going to turn that magenta type of color. So you've probably done that one before. The key is qualitative analysis does not involve measurement. You just go back to our lab. You just took a little bit of the substance, however big a piece that we tore off, generally it was a small piece, and then just yay much in a test tube of each solution, and then you mix them together. So there's no measurement. It was just strictly putting 2 things together and taking observations. So that's basically what qualitative analysis is. Quantitative analysis, on the other hand, is all about measurement. So instead of just what we had done there, we would measure a specific how much of that metal. So we take a mass of the metal that we used to put in, and we would take a specific volume of those metallic solutions that we used as well when we put them together. And then we would use the balanced chemical equation and move forward and then figure out how much did I get? Did I get what I was supposed to get? And that's essentially what we're going to do throughout chapter 6 and 7 is we're going to figure those things out. Another real simple one is, with acids and bases, is the pH. So when you put a test strip in and then you put it against the guide with the color, you're using qualitative analysis kind of, but you're putting a number to it. So you're using a measurement as well, which is based on what that chart gives you on the vials when you test acids and bases. So the main difference, or really the only difference between qualitative and quantitative, is that quantitative involves measurement. We're going to see a lot of measurement over the next 5 or 6 videos and sections of the book, which is great. So you will need to be but in order, like I said, I've said this before, and you're going to start to see it probably by the end of this week or early next week. If you can't balance and you can't do nomenclature, it's going to get really difficult to be able to figure out what's going on. So again, the other thing you're going to need to review is your scientific notation, which is at the very beginning of the course, and your significant figures, because those are both important as well moving forward. Okay, so like I said, I'll put the "Are you ready?" sections up there, and from there, I'm also going to put a little mini assignment on, but I'll make a separate little video and attach that separately as well. Okay, so hopefully everyone's healthy and safe and had a good weekend, and moving forward, we'll get into some quantitative analysis over the next couple of weeks. All right, thanks guys.